Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. I want to provide you a 5 to 7 minute recap of what we did in our amazing room and why we are called Awesome Calls Trading. First off, I'd like to thank the dozen new monthly subscribers to our room that signed up over the weekend. I'm honored and privileged that you're here. I hope that every day I can teach you something and earn your business. Um, and help you make at least your daily goal of $250 to $500 a day in the room. If some of you want to make $100 a day, I don't think there's a problem for me finding you those trades. This chat room will trade anything from a dollar stock to, I usually try to keep it capped around 450, 500. Once it starts to get over that, I tend to, even though we can trade Booking and Google and Amazon, I can trade those all day in my sleep. But because the different type of style of traders are in here, usually if Nevada is going to make a pop gap up or Tesla or TDD, most likely Amazon's just going to run 30, 40 points alongside those. And you can trade those the same way as I'm trading my NVIDIAs, my Apples, my TDDs, my go-to stocks. We just had a beautiful secret sauce meeting between all the members in here. And I gave my go-to stocks in the mornings, went over how to do gaps and so forth. It was really cool. But I want to show you our number one pick today for small cap crew. I have a massive small cap crew in the chat room, and every day I'm building. They're coming in here. And today I delivered again. Life announced collaboration with Killian Pharmaceuticals with an $8 million up front. I laughed at it. The headline, it was all in the headline. It's not about hanging fruits or trees or bark dropping off a tree. It's simply a short look at the stock. Start taking it short around the. I made it very clear: do not buy the stock unless it's 8. What's lower low set in? It's an all-day fader to 5 and under. Here's life. Ding, 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 ding. Here is the gap up that ran. Do not long it unless it's 8. Once lower lows set in, which they did here, here, and here, you can long with size. Stops at 760 and then run it down to $5 a share. It's currently at $5.60 a share. Okay. The next one we had today was Sava. Okay. Sava. This was another, it's been in play for the last couple days. Today it gapped up this morning. As you can see, it popped pre-market quite a bit from 950 all the way to 11. I like to short those when there's no news or events on it. So I told the traders in the room, do not long unless it's 11. If it doesn't hit 11, watch the lower lows set in, which they did right here, here, and here, and take the stock down to $9 and under. If you had 1,000 shares, you made over $1,600 on this trade by itself. If you had 2,000 shares, 20,000 buying powers, you made over $3,000 today on this trade. Sava. The next trade we did today was probably call of the day. I had a lot of great calls, but AXSM was call of the day. This stock was gapping down this morning considerably, about $3 a share. There was no news on it. I told the chat room, go long, start in, scale in, and then add your position and look for a nice play to 94 or more. The stock ended up hitting 97 a share. If you took 250 shares, 5 points, you made $1,250 for the day. We had a beautiful trade today off our swing idea. The stock was called Crowd. We gave this 5 days ago, exactly to this day, 5 days ago, at the 48.50 level. I told everyone in the chat room to be buying 55 calls on Crowd. I said within 1 week we will see 55 or more. The stock hit $56 today. A lot of traders made good money. My friend Bounty made over $1,200, I believe, on this trade. He's going to give us a nice P&L on that one. Great call. I will always find you swing ideas. I currently have a swing idea in process now. This stock is called right now IGMS. We're at a bottom here. 32 is a great buying opportunity. I told the traders anything under 33 to 32 would be a buying. This thing had dipped from 49. We got a nice $56 price target. I believe I see the stock hitting 35 to 38 in the next coming days. So I do think this stock will rebound nicely. It's a thin stock, so you have to be patient with it. I made about $67 on this stock today. Not a big thing. I bought the bottom, popped I had stayed in, it probably would have made a point off of 250, 300 shares. The next two that we did was RTN and Lockheed Martin. These two I felt were going to sell off today off their big gap ups this morning due to the airstrikes. RTN is the drones, and Lockheed Martin is defense. These are defense stocks. They're kind of our go-to stocks when we have any kind of thing to do with uneasiness in the Middle East or anywhere else. And these stocks tend to make a nice run. With RTN and the drones, obviously big player here. But the stock was gapping up way too much at 236. I wanted traders to short the stock. I was looking for a gap fill to 229 and under. The stock ended up going down all the way to $225.30. RTN was a really good short. Lockheed Martin was up a little too much. Lockheed's been up for 3 days straight, as you can tell right here. Off the 400. Today was more profit taking. I called for a short around the 424 range. I wanted to gap down to 415 and under. Then a curl it. Stock ended up selling off all the way to 408. I did play this on the bounce in the morning right here, and I was able to catch about 2 points, a point and a half to 2 points on the trade. I bought a little early, but added on the dip, gave me a 413.47 average, and then I popped it, sold it right here, just under 415. It was a good play for me. I nailed it. The next stocks that we did was TDD. TDD's been in play for the last couple days. They've been really gapping up very nicely. Today they gapped down. I told everyone to start picking up the stock around the 267. Room to 266 to add. Bottom curl, take the long, and take it back up to 273. Stock ended up 280 on TDD. NVIDIA was another one I called. I wanted traders to take the long this morning at $232 right here. Add on a dip to 230. Stock would rebound back up. It was gapping down 4. I wanted a 4-point gap up. Ended up giving me 5 to 237. Let me see. RTN, TDD, NVIDIA, Lockheed, and Tesla. Tesla, I wanted a little bit more pullback at the open. You see how it was gapping down here? I wanted traders to take the long here at 438, 439 area, but I wanted to pull to a little bit more. If you look at my call on it, I just wanted a little bit more pullback at the open. I figured it would gap fill on Tesla back over 442 or more. And I wanted you to start logging at 435 to 437. The reason I was looking for these numbers is because it did pull in pre-market down to this 437.50. So I wanted a little bit more pull if we could get it. And then I wanted to rip to 442 and fill the gap. As you can see, market turned around, ended up running all the way to 447. So I was off about a buck on the bottom, but the stock did rip the way I wanted it to, and it did exactly kind of what I wanted. And you could have been done on this trade in exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds if you had bought it or bought any of the weakness. I felt very strongly the stock would rebound. So anyway, that's what we did today. I mean, we were a lot more plays. Like we had Calm, Dollar Tree, we have IGMS, we had Maybot, and of course, I have to give props since I'm recording this to the great, hands down, Adam News again delivered. This one he delivered Peer right here. He called it out at 580, the alert, and we are so lucky to have him in our room. He called it out. He went short. My guess is this is probably him at 6,000 shares short, and he just took it down, and I walked it. I was in the middle of recording something, but I pulled it on screen around about 4 right here, about 490, and I said it would probably flush down to the 4 area. It hit 436. It is currently halted, and I'm sure they're waiting for Pier 1 to say, yeah, we're not filing. I don't know where that rumor came from. And a lot of times you got to watch that. We're in a there's rumorvilles out there, and if a short seller wants to cover his position and he puts out a rumor, I mean, hey, I think they're filing bankruptcy. The market sellers just panic, they drop, and then he's covering right here for a quick $1 million in his bank account, So if they announce, the stock will shoot right back up here. If they do announce a bankruptcy, then the stock will collapse and you'll start to see 4 and under. So it'll be really interesting what the headline is. My guess is, looking at this pushback, they'll probably go, no, we're not filing bankruptcy. But somebody made a fortune on that pull other than Adam. Okay, so those were today's plays. Thank you for joining us. 10-minute nice webinar. Thank you. And if you want to join us, just go to any of our links, click up here, bam, you're in, and just sign up day, week, or month. All right, and $6 a day to be in the chat room, $6.75.